In this tutorial, we're going to cover controlling 3D objects, controlling their position, scale, location, and cloning them. Go ahead and start a 3D project. Just about any way will work. For this, I'll go up to the new project and I'll use the 3D front settings. Give your project a name. I called mine objects, but you can call yours just about anything, and go ahead and hit the OK button. Once it loads up, go ahead and close out the tile palette over here. We're not going to need that. And as you see, we have a 3D environment with a very basic inside room in it. For this example, I'm going to place a box in here to basically move around and scale. To do this, go ahead and do the alternate click, the right click, and hit add. And go ahead and back up a little bit. You can use to move around, I guess I should have covered this, you can use the W, S, A, and D keys, and then the middle mouse button will go ahead and move the axis around like that, up or down, or back or forth. That's your basic movement for you yourself, the camera, to move around. The engine itself, to select the item, you just basically click on what you want, and then once it's clicked, you'll see the selection box around it with a gizmo above it. Now, there's multiple ways we can go ahead and move an object around. First of all, and you can use the property grid over here, and you got the location. You can type in the properties for it if you need a very, very precise location on it. Or you can go ahead and use the gizmo here and move things about by grabbing the right axis. Up and down one. Side to side. And back and forth. Additionally to that, you can use the arrow keys to move an object around the board also. And then page up, page down for up and down. It covers basically all the ways you can go about moving an object. Now we're going to go ahead and cover how to scale the object. First way, you got over here, you got its scale property. You can see that the object is in normal scaling. You can type in a value and it'll readjust to that. Or you can also use a combination of keyboard and mouse. But if you hit the control key, you'll notice everything goes to the box. That's representing scale. Once that's selected, you can go ahead and grab hold of an axis and move the scale as you need it. And then additionally to that, without using the mouse, you can also hit the control key and then you either use the arrow keys or, once again, the page up, page down to scale it. Alright, next thing we're going to cover is rotation. Rotation could be covered just like the rest in the property grid over here by typing in the value that you want. It does use radians, not degrees, so you have to keep in mind that like 1.577 equals 90 degrees. Of course, that was a box, so we didn't quite see the turn, so we'll just do 0.6 there. The 90 degree on a turned box, of course, is going to look quite the same. But there we go, on a 6 radians. Additionally to that, much like before, except this time we hit the Alt key, you notice everything goes in the circles. So squares scale, circles that, nothing is movement. So we have the circles, and now with that, just like with scale, you can go ahead and click one of the axes, and you can rotate it about. In addition to that, you can also hit the control key and use the arrow keys and rotate the object roundabout, and also, of course, just like scale, you can use the page up, page down. I'll show you a new other little trick here. When you have the object selected, you can hit the delete key and it'll remove the object. And let's go ahead and I'm going to add it back in there. It's just too lazy to reset everything back to its default values. Okay, so our next trick is going to be to clone an object. This comes in really handy once you have the object textured and scaled out and everything. You don't want to have to do that a million times. So, of course, we have a clone feature to handle that. To do the clone feature, for this one, we hit the shift key, and you notice the ends go into little circles, visual representation here. Once we have that selected, we can go ahead and we can clone it out using any of these products here. We'll just clone one up here. So you hit the shift key and then move it up. Once it's cloned out, you can let go of shift and you have the new object. And you can just clone to your heart's content on that. And that basically covers this tutorial. The engine can be downloaded from Last End Entertainment at lastend.com. Follow the links to Visual RPG Studios, and it has a free 30-day trial. Thank you for watching this tutorial, and have a great day.